We're live, guys. Welcome to Cat Banter, episode 13. We got Mike Perri in the house. We'll give it a couple minutes before we start the stream. But if you are here, make sure you guys drop a comment, say hi. If you have any questions specific to Mike Perri, Jason Mead, our moderator, will get those. Get my screen. Post a link.
Mike Q, please go get yourself Instagram.
Mike Q doesn't have Instagram?
Is that the same one? No, wrong one. Sorry.
I was going to say.
There's Marco Quintero who needs Instagram.
Yeah, Mike Q's got Instagram.
Marco Quintero has some of the best Oakland Athletics hats I've ever seen.
I've never heard of him. Probably because
he has no Instagram, that's why.
Yeah. How do you know him?
FHS. Pancakes on.
I like Marin's question already. How many other collectors have you made heavyweight by selling your collection?
I like the Eagles better when they had Randall Cunningham.
That was a little before my time.
Yeah, you're still a baby.
Before he hopped on.
You're old enough to remember when Donovan McNabb was puking at midfield, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pissing the game away.
They should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have.
But they didn't.
Should have won one of those 4 games.
Well, Philly doesn't usually have good luck with the playoffs. So
No.
All right. You want to get started?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay, guys. Welcome to Cat Banter, episode 13. It's your homie Leon here. We are here with my co-hosts, Pierre and Jason Mead. We have Mike Perri, my fellow Canadian, joining us. The guy famous for the Mike Perri curve. One of the first ever, the first ever Canadian to be named as a finalist for Ultimate Hat Collection contest by Lids. He's going to come and he's going to talk about his journey, some of the customs he's made. He's going to show off some stuff, and he's pulled off some of his favorite hats that he hasn't managed to sell yet. But yeah, he's going to go under the cap. Hope you guys enjoy. Pierre, take it away.
So, Mr. Mike Perri, as you see me adjusting my seat, it's because I'm getting ready to question you. I'm one of the biggest, one of the biggest, I'd say bullshit stories of 2020. I think it's fair to call that. Would you say so, Leon? I think it's fair to call it that.
I knew it was bullshit the second I saw it. If you remember,
I knew it was bullshit the second I saw it.
This is where good old Mike Perri earned the nickname the sandbagging son of a bitch. Now, I want to make sure you understand, Mike. I've used that everywhere: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, wherever the hell I can get this out. It's to friends that don't even know you. I bring up the sandbagging son of a bitch, Mike Perri. So
I'm just glad I'm living rent free up there.
No, it's not rent free, man. You're about.
It's rent free.
You're about to pay a hefty price. So I want to make sure you realize it may not be dollars, but you're going to be paying a hefty price for the next 30 to 40 minutes. So I want to make sure you want to.
Hey, I just want to set the record straight. It's my fault. He was listed in the weight class. He was, but only because when he filled out the form to sign up for World Fitted, I didn't put the name to the Instagram handle, and he said he owned like 6 hats.
Oh, so he'd only
been collecting for like 3 weeks. So
yeah.
I should have dug in a little bit more, but given the information I had,
Sandbag.
he was a
So he's sandbag.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen, man, the guy basically was kind of weaseling his way into a quick kind of path to the finals.
Yeah.
Right?
So he
A win's a win in my book.
Yeah, there you go. So he cut weight.
Another a fake belt for some fake championship for a fake sandbagger.
Right there.
Yeah, you show. So listen, so all kidding aside, Mike, we're gonna try to get past the bullshit gate. Okay, we're gonna try to get past that. All right. So what we want to know is we want to know a little bit more about you and what got you into collecting. So, you're like kind of like a myth out there, and I want to make you a reality to everybody out there. So I know you've been selling off your collection, right? You've been selling off some pieces, and then someone was selling back some pieces that you sold him, and then I swooped in
before I could swoop back.
So you couldn't buy them.
Exactly.
Now I'm willing to sell you back any of those hats for twice what I paid. Just
so, good deal.
Just so you're aware.
You didn't pay a lot for those.
No.
Yeah. It's still good.
But there's I got what I call a sandbagging son of a bitch tax on those. So it's going to be an extra 50%. Okay. Sound good?
Perfect.
No, I'm just kidding. Listen, tell us, dude. You have an impressive collection. So you've been collecting for a long time. So tell us about what got you into it, man.
Started with jerseys. That's why I kind of brought out my outer or inner Neil back here. I was a big fan of him, and then once he jumped over to the hats, it was great. I finally had enough confidence to talk to him a little bit, but he's always been a guy I've looked at his collection and all that. But started with jerseys, and then once I had the jerseys, needed the hats. Then the hats turned into all of this, and then life happened, and slowly figure out you can sell this one for this much, this for this, and get through life that way. Yeah. Every time I regret it though.
Well, yeah, and then you go back and try to buy them back.
Then you try to buy them back, and it doesn't work out. So
yeah.
But anyone that doesn't have to sell, don't sell.
Your team. What are your teams, Mike? Your team. What are your teams? Your teams are the Anaheim Ducks.
Mighty Ducks fan, just from being a childhood '90s kid. But Leafs, Jays, Raptors, and then I swap over to Philly for the NFL and go Eagles there. So pretty much Toronto-based. I'm in a city about an hour with traffic, hour and a half, 2 hours outside of Toronto. So stick with all my Toronto teams, and then I have family out in Philly, so jumped on for football there. And we got a championship, so we're doing good.
So some of your favorite players, who are some of your favorite players? So let's go sport by sport here. Let's talk about some of your favorite players.
So for Philly, big McNabb guy. He actually really got me into the team. It started with buying a McNabb jersey, then I got fully brought in with them. Started out as a Ravens fan, so but once I started watching McNabb, loved them, bought the jersey, and then I was all in after that. So McNabb, T.O., obviously that duo, when they were good, was some good times there. But yeah, right now, not really sticking with anyone. Fletcher Cox is great, but we'll see what Wentz does for us. Still not fully set in on him, but then for the Raptors, obviously you got to go with Vince Carter. He's a big guy. Lowry, being a short guy, being loyal, he's been good. DeMar, sucked seeing him go, but I knew it was for the best. I was actually one of the guys that didn't completely hate the trade. I was actually quite excited for it. So
yeah,
and that paid off for us as well, thankfully. But
better dunker, Vince Carter or Michael Jordan?
I got to go with Vince. I got to go with Vince on that one. I love Jordan. Like I said, being a 90s kid, all you grew up hearing about was Jordan. The documentary was great for me because I didn't get to like fully watch
Yeah.
games being that young. I was like 3 or 4 when he was winning the second three-peat there. So I was kind of on the tail end, the Wizards little trial run there. I actually have an old champion jersey in the Wizards. So I was a big Jordan guy too growing up.
Nice.
But trying to think, Jays, Vernon Wells got me into baseball huge. That guy was probably my top J overall, but then Doc's obviously a Blue Jays great. And obviously you want to say guys like Carter, Alomar, but on their second World Series was when I was born. So that's why 93 is a big year. I collect a lot of 93 patches, championships, stuff like that. But I'm really excited to see these young guys, Vladdy, Bo, Biggio. They've been playing good. Looks like they're starting to slowly mature, so we'll see how the season goes. It's not
they get a pitching staff
too big.
Guys. They get a pitching staff with those guys.
We need a pitching staff bad. That's been shown the last 2 games now. We definitely need some pitching help, but like I said, there's not too big of expectations this year. So anything's better than nothing right now.
So Mike, tell us, like, getting back to hat collecting a little bit, tell us about some of the collectors you looked up to most and the folks that kind of helped pave the way for you.
Trying to think here. John was a big guy with that hat wall that definitely sucked me in. My first hat room, you want to say, when I was living at my parents' still, kind of mimicked his. He had the full shelving unit. I kind of did push pins with the little butterfly clips. And I actually got that from Ben. He was a big influence on me. He was the originator of the little butterfly clip, hanging it on the wall. So those 2 guys were big for me, kind of getting me into the display aspect of what you can do with your hats. But then just guys from the area were big with the Toronto flagship. You had like the commish, a lot of other guys. Adam, who was a manager there, kind of really brought the Canadian cap game up, which helped a lot, kind of put us on the map, brought some good product in. But there were a lot of guys from back then that aren't really into it. Seems like a lot of the guys that started the whole Instagram craze have found new things, and guys are into cars now or other jobs. I mean, I've seen guys go from single to married with 4 kids, and the kids are teenagers now, and it's like, I can't believe 10 years went by and you get to see all these guys grow up. I mean, even for me, I started out as a high school kid and married for almost a year, and I got a 2.5-year-old. So I mean, you really get to see some changes with kind of staying connected, even if it is just about hats. But yeah, there were a lot of guys that kind of helped me out throughout the years. Leon's been keeping me in. I slowly have money going out to hats because he's constantly hitting me up with Patsy fines and stuff he's able to help me with. Without him, I don't think I'd be buying much right now.
Well, listen, I think I will tell you this. I think there is like kind of an up and down thing that kind of goes on in life when it comes to collecting anything. And for me, my kids now are a little bit older, so I did go through that moment that quite a few. There was a good stretch where I had to kind of slow down, right? And then the play money came back as the kids get older, and
Exactly.
And I think it's going to change a little bit, man. I'm sure one day you'll be buying at a rapid pace again, but
I'm hoping
I do
so.
get it, man. You start to readjust and figure out, kind of how to go about collecting a little bit differently. You almost evolve as a collector, but
wait until your kids go to college. You'll be barking a different tune.
No, that's already taken care of. Yeah. So you gotta be smart about it. But yeah, I wouldn't be buying the hats I do unless I had already taken care of those things. So, but everybody's got a different journey, a different path they're taking with their own respective collections and families and whatnot. But listen, what about what about the hat community as a whole? Like, how do you view that? Like, you've been in the hat communities for quite a while, right? So you were back in Team Fitted a long time ago. You're in Team Fitted and FHS now, right? So tell us about the evolution you've seen in the community, like and maybe some things that you think have improved over time, and maybe some things that might have gotten lost along the way.
It's me and Leon were just talking about it. It's changed completely from when I started to where we are now. It's completely different. When I started, it was a lot more just guys trying to just show off what they had. There wasn't really much helping out and stuff. You kind of just bought what you could get, and that was it. Everyone was really supportive, though. It was a weird time back then. It was really inclusive. Like, it almost felt like you had to get into the clique. Like, I know back then I was kind of scrolling through some old posts, and like the big thing before was having a bunch of guys to tag in your comments, all the other collectors and stuff. And if your list was big, it was a weird time, but then it started growing a little bit more, and guys were helping a lot more. And it was, I actually got in the middle of all of that. I don't want to say started it, but because I was so close to New Era Buffalo, I had guys reaching out, like the one guy, Simon from Germany. I've been talking with him for years now. He was like the first guy where kind of clicked in my head that there's other guys that want it way more than me, and he was buying stuff and paying ridiculous amounts of money to have them shipped over to him and stuff. And me and the manager at New Era were like, we can't believe guys from Germany are messaging us and this and that. They really want this hat or that hat. And then turned into guys from the States asking me for stuff. And then that's how I met James. He kind of hit me up for a couple hats. And then once that started happening and guys were kind of sharing locations and all that, it got even bigger. And then the customs kind of hit, and that took off. And but now it seems like it's really, really quick pace. And it still seems like guys still help out, but it's not, you don't really have to help out as much anymore because most stuff's website based now.
Yeah.
So it, from an kind of an outsider looking in, it almost seems like it's starting to go the sneaker route with guys kind of selling for what I think is a little bit too much. Like, I never charged anyone over retail. Even if I drove to Buffalo, I just did it to do it. I was going there anyways to grab me a cap. So
yeah, there's still
really
some that out there.
I know there's still some guys, but like I said, I don't know if guys are just adding in their shipping costs from Hat Club into their new price just to save all their money that are flipping a hat.
I get what you're saying though, dude. There's a lot of stuff out there where they're going ridiculous in terms of the resale.
Yeah. So like I said, me being kind of an outsider now where I'm not in buying every day, it's kind of like, are we going to that sneaker kind of area now where guys are kind of hoarding stuff? But for the most part, I mean, that's why I like being in FHS now. It kind of still has that community feel to it.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm tired of looking at Instagram, I hop in there, Team Fitted, and be like, hey, we still have that community. There are guys still helping out. We haven't lost that yet. But the biggest thing is, I've told you guys all the time, the only reason I'm still collecting right now is because what you guys did with the whole channels and all that and bringing guys together and sharing stories. It makes it seem like you don't have to be buying every day to still be a part of it. So for a guy like me kind of working through life right now, I don't have to be buying to stay relevant. I can hop on here. I can still help guys out. Guys still message me about a hat here or there. So, I mean, making it more of a social thing and having the channels and all that, it's made cap collecting a lot, kind of rejuvenated it again. I tell you guys that all the time and stuff. I like seeing where we're moving to.
It's because, I think hats, and I know Leon and Jason and I have talked about this before. it connects so many different components of life. You know, you've got like your fashion stuff, you've got your streetwear, you've got all these different sports and stuff. And actually, you know, I've learned, I love baseball, right? But I've learned more about baseball from watching it first, but secondly from caps, because it starts to identify, I start to remember what year things happened based on patches and stuff like that. Because before it was all blur to me. I knew things happened, and I knew like certain teams won things and players did certain things, but now it really resonates, you know, and it's great, man. I think the community in general is improving. You know, you're going to still have you're still going to have those assholes that are going to go buy a hat and triple the price on you.
Oh, exactly.
You know? But you know, at the end of the day, that's just something you have to kind of live with as you kind of muddle through it, and you see, all right, this is the great stuff that I really love about the community, and this is where I'm going to spend most of my time. You know, but I love guys like you that bring a super positive energy and vibe to everything you touch. So I've you know, you've been kind of in and out of the community a little bit, but every time that you've posted something or said something, it's always been positive or funny. And you know, I love that about you, because I aspire to be more like that at times, because I get dragged into some things sometimes that I know you wouldn't. I think about how would Mike Perri kind of react to this, because what I've noticed about you is that just that funny, positive energy you bring. So I want to thank you. I want to thank you personally for what you bring to the hack community, and I'd love to see more of it. Which is why
that's what I'm trying to do. I want to keep staying in. I don't want to get out. Like I said, I got Leon to kind of keep me in with the buying, and I'll jump on here whenever you guys need me. Like I said, anyone DM me, comment on my stuff, ask me stuff. I'm here to help, and that just keeps me involved, and that's all I want to be. I just want to stay involved and just stay kind of in the picture without, like John was saying, I don't want it all to be about me. I've done my stuff. I've been in the contests and all that. Now I kind of want to just help, but still stay in, where if I need to message someone because I really need a hat finally, I want to know, you know what, they still know who I am. They know they can trust me, this, that. We can work out a deal and still go from there. But yeah, you got to keep it positive. A lot of guys go very negative, and I don't know if it's because you hide behind the screen, but it's at the end of the day, it's just caps. Like the biggest thing is when guys used to help me and they said they're going to ship the hat out, and then life happens and a week goes by and they still haven't, but they told me, hey, I'm trying to get it out. I go, man, it's just a hat. Don't worry about it. If it takes me 3 weeks to post it, it's all good. Like, it's just a hat. Don't worry. You help me get the hat. I don't need you to change your whole life to get it out next day shipping. Like,
that's got to be a Canadian thing, because Leon also exerts the same level of patience. I've seen Leon wait 8 months. Babe Bro took 3.5 years or something like that, and Leon was still nice about it.
2.5, but yeah.
2.5 years. All right, whatever, man. All right, 2.5 years. So, I don't know, 30 months this man waited for a hat and didn't get upset.
But it became 3 hats. So.
So your patience paid off.
Yeah, so he owed me 1 hat, but then because it took so long, he gave me 3 hats total. So sometimes
it pays being nice.
Sometimes when I'm getting impatient, I just ask Leon for his perspective, and Leon is a calming force in my life. Leon's like, Pierre, just take it easy, man. It's gonna be okay. You know, it's only been 3 months. I waited 30 months for a hat. You know, but you know, I think I'd like to see some hats. So I know you've got some stuff you want to show off, and I also, while you're kind of collecting that, I think it's a good time to announce this. So I've been kind of talking through this with Leon and Jason, but we're in the infancy stages of starting our own hat ultimate hat competition. So this isn't going to be something that someone with 30 hats is going to win.
What?
Right. This is going to be something you have to have both depth, not crazy quantity. You don't need crazy quantity, but you have to have been collecting for a long time and show like a real good, strong history in the hat community. So, and the prize isn't going to be small. I'm going to put up the prize, and I'm thinking like a $500 gift card or something, and then we'll do a custom hat. But this is going to be the real deal, man. this is gonna be a lot of like videos, pictures, showing you have a consistent social presence. And I'm thinking like a $500 gift card.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's gonna be
what
to
comes
different
of that.
hat companies, not just the one hat company. I'm not gonna do that. So like there might be 200 to Hat Club, maybe another 200 to or 100 to Hat Heaven, whatever it is. I'm gonna figure it out. But we're gonna be really mapping that out and really planning that in the next month or so. So you guys heard it here first. That's what's coming next, and this is gonna be gigantic,
Big things.
gigantic.
That's
And I want to
perfect.
get
You heard it here first.
we're gonna figure it out. And Mike Perri, you sandbagging son of a bitch. I thought, what better time to announce this than with you?
Mike Perry's not actually eligible to win, though, is he?
He is,
because he's a sandbagging son of a bitch.
No, he's
I
eligible.
need
He's
to
eligible.
win it now.
There'll be a special Canadian edition where they can win like real American money. So we'll have like
They've never, they don't have that up there.
Yeah,
No.
that 500 is like $1,000 over here, man.
Yeah, exactly. Why do you think
I'm
I
like,
jumped out of the game so quick? Our money
listen,
means shit.
But it's not gonna be, guys. It's not gonna be like like a bracket. It's not gonna be like that. This isn't hat battles. This is gonna be create content, pictures, videos, promo stuff. We're gonna figure out how to kind of organize this, right, Leon and Jason? We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It will not be hat battles for sure.
No. This is going to be like really cool content. So I think bringing it back to the roots of what the Lids Ultimate Hat Collector was about, right?
Yeah.
But we're gonna do something special here. So, I think this is gonna be fun. So we'll get more information out there to you guys. But this is gonna be something pretty cool. And then I think we could probably like air some videos and whatnot on our shows to kind of show what people are kind of presenting, and then vote, and have a community vote somehow. And Jason will probably help work out the details on that because he's smarter than me with that stuff. But we'll figure it out. Leon and I combined can't figure that kind of stuff out. We just sit back and like buy hats.
Yeah, pretty much.
I will say, Mike, this is interesting too. You were talking about the hat community, how Leon keeps you buying hats. That's the part I can't stand. I love it, but I can't stand it. Right. So like, yesterday, TJ drives out to St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell, man? I'm like, dude, stay home. Because then he starts showing pictures of stuff. And he's like this and that. It's like, I'm like, dude, why didn't you just stay home today?
Now we have to find all those hats that we couldn't find in our size. The St. Louis Browns.
Don't worry, TJ will drive there again for you too. I'm sure.
Now we got new hats on the hit list now though.
Well, my size is usually the one that's easiest to get a hold of.
Yep.
Mike, what size are you
right
again?
there?
Same size.
7 1/4.
Yeah, see, I owe Pancake a hat. And I'm gonna owe you a hat. I got to get you something too. I'm gonna think about it. I'm probably a Patriots hat. So what are we showing first? You're gonna show your customs?
I'll do the customs first.
Yeah,
I'll do the customs first. So I am hoping to get back in. So if people do like what they see here, hopefully there's more stuff coming. I'm still in the works. Leon knows a lot about it, but I might kind of do something with him, see what goes on. I'm trying to get into the graphic design with all the rest of the life shit I got going on right now. I'm trying to learn that right now. So I'd love to be able to do my stuff from scratch, but if I got to do a collab, I'm good with that too, just to get what I want out. I got some ideas going right now, but so I'll start with the first custom I did. It was the Fightin' Koi.
Okay.
I got some pins added on there, but it's a take on my favorite NHL jersey, the Mighty Ducks jersey with their mascot jumping through the ice. So I kind of mimicked it with the koi instead. Went with the koi because I have a few too many koi tattooed on me now in Leon's eyes. I'm full of them now, but that was the first with the gray under. And then the second one I went with was kind of an homage to a favorite team of mine, but more so, I like wearing my jerseys. Like I said, I'm a jersey collector, but I hate doing this if I'm going to the mall or something. Like this kind of, for me, is you're going to the game. So I like either having other teams of that city in the colorway of the jersey, but instead for me, I kind of made my own logo. So it's a play on the Leafs. So their mascot's Carlton the Bear. He's a polar bear, so I got the polar bear holding the stick. And then in the tape, it's 416 for Toronto with the Leafs on the back. And then all of my customs, I was throwing my own signature on there. And the Perri M16 designs. I'm a big side patch guy, so I wanted to do something, but I wanted to keep it so I could do it on every hat. So I'm working on something more logo instead of just the signature for any new releases, but I thought that was kind of cool. It's a nice shot in pictures when you can take a shot of your own signature on a hat. So this was the third and final design, and I went back to my fighting koi, but I did more of a word mark logo. So the letters are raised and the eyes are flat still.
Okay.
So
Which
I just
one do you
wanted
like
to keep
best,
playing
Leon?
with that.
I like the first one.
I like this one the best.
You know, JB
got
just
that in
said
the
that that first one was the first custom hat he's ever acquired.
Nice. Hey, Mike, how do you feel about guys who do customs, and retroing their own designs, or do you feel like, once it's done and out there, that's it? Like, would you ever release any of your old designs either as they were, or would you prefer to do them in updated colorways?
I would love to do updated colorways in them.
Mm-hmm.
But I also do like when guys say they will release it again if they get the numbers. I've told a lot of guys, once I'm back into it, if I do have the interest, I have no problem throwing that order in again for guys. But I do like what James started doing, where he would tweak one little thing, like he'd either change the button color out, or he'll do a different flag color, something like that, just so the guys that got in on the first run kind of still feel like they got in at first, and now it's at least there's a little bit of a difference there. And then I like that. If you kind of just do one little subtle change to it, I like when guys will retro it just to help guys out that missed out. So, I mean, if anyone's interested, I will gladly pull those back out of the vault, do a little subtle change to it. But I like when guys do that. I think it's, I don't know, to me, I don't like the exclusivity of the collecting. I mean, if something's good enough that you want, like the people want it, just give it to them and make guys happy with it. You know what I mean? If you can, a lot of guys can sell 18 hats, but if you can end up selling 144 of them, I look at that as I'd rather have 144 of my hat out in the world.
Yeah.
Because most of mine were 18 runs or 22. And back then for customs, it was actually hard to get guys to buy. Like on my first koi, I think I bought 4 or 5 just in random sizes just to fill the order in, because I couldn't get the guys to commit to it.
If you threw those up,
that was hard at the beginning.
If you threw those up now, you can sell like 7 in no time.
That's what I mean. So like when I was selling like a full 18 run, all without having to buy them, I was like over the moon. I couldn't believe it. I got one going to Germany and down south in the States and right across the border. And I think I had a couple go to Brazil, and it's proud. I still can't believe there's guys out there in different countries wearing something I thought in my head. So if more people want it, I say just let them have it. It's more of an honor to the designer in my eyes. Just people want your stuff, give it to them. It was funny. Danny, Dionic Danny. I met him way back in the day, and he did his first run of the Octos, and he was thinking of doing the first fire, and he was scared guys weren't going to want to buy it. And I still talk to him to this day, and we still reminisce on that day that he was coming to me thinking guys wouldn't want his stuff, but he's so proud of that logo that he makes that he wanted people to want it. And now, I mean, look at him now. People can't buy his stuff quick enough. And it's just that kind of shows just the custom game of it. A guy like Danny was scared no one was going to want his stuff. And now he's selling hundreds weekly.
Yeah.
Can't keep them on the shelf. Can't even keep them on the shelf.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always
exactly.
always been one of those debates amongst collectors, amongst guys who buy it. Like sometimes you don't really want to disrespect the people that got it on the first time or that were, you know, that didn't put it off, and then you don't want to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't want to encourage bad behavior where, you know, that's okay. Yeah, I'll get it later, but you know, later.
Who's your favorite custom designer?
Do
you have one?
Probably Danny. Just from the years of me loving his stuff, I used to buy all of his stuff, and then it just once he started picking up, I just couldn't keep up anymore.
A couple years ago, he started doing one a week. I mean,
yeah, and I couldn't do that anymore. Like yeah. I was buying off him when he was shipping out of his own house and stuff, and
yeah,
I tried keeping up with it, and I just couldn't anymore. And we talked about it because that's another thing. When I start buying someone's stuff and I got to stop, I feel bad. I tell Leon that all the time with half the stuff he puts out. I'd buy it in a heartbeat. I don't got the money for it. So once I start buying from a guy, I like keeping that kind of loyalty. But like I said, life gets in the way. So no hard feelings. But like I said, just throw a guy a message. I'll tell Leon that all the time on stuff. He'll drop a few things and then I'll message him and be like, hey man, love this design, this design, this design. Like I would have bought these ones, maybe not that one. But still kind of give guys the credit, even if you can't fork out the money for it. I'm always trying to support guys and give guys feedback on designs and stuff, because especially for customs, and comes from the heart for a lot of guys. Like for me, like I said, I'm proud of these hats I made, and I thank everyone that buys one of them, and I'm just honored to have someone like what I like and actually want to
proud, man. Those
spend
things
their
are
unearned money.
Awesome. Those things are
yeah.
awesome.
So thank you. I appreciate it.
So Mike, do you have other hats you want to show us?
I got a few more.
Why don't you wow the crowd with some Perri magic here? Oh, now you're switching them up. Now you're like, oh, these clearance ones aren't good enough.
No, I was gonna go to the one pile, but then I wanted to kind of show off one thing first. I don't know if it'll wow anyone.
Well, we allotted the whole show to you. We didn't even do a hat battle today.
Well, I appreciate that.
Because you talk so much shit, we're like, we got to give him a whole show.
We need the whole hour here.
That's right.
But I'll throw these out there quick, just so, like I said, I like staying in the hat game, so if people need help, I can help on these. These are two that I actually just bought. These are for, it's a league called IBL. It's in Canada. And so this is the Welland Jackfish. It's the city I'm from. We have a semi-pro team now. They started last year, and this was the first hat they came out with, and then they dropped this guy after. So that's their mascot, Jacques. Welland's more of a kind of a French city, so they kind of stuck with that as the mascot name.
I like that one better. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this one.
Yeah.
And the outlines raised. This one, it's the W's a little kind of has like that half raise to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just wanted to show these off quick, just because.
I'm not sure what I think about creatures eating balls, but I guess that one's okay.
But yeah, if anyone needs some help on these, let me know. Like I said, I'm a drive down the street to the meet. I got you.
Oh, you just did. You just TJ'd me, you son of a bitch. Like, I came on here not wanting to do anything like this, and you just TJ'd me. That's what I'm gonna call it now. And you just TJ'd me.
TJ'd. But yeah,
How much
if
are those,
anyone
Mike?
needs
How much are those in Monopoly money?
Monopoly money.
30,
I think they
35
were. I think they were 35 Canadian.
Get that. All right, I'm in.
Give me both of them then.
I'm in.
That's like
One's a low
12
pro.
grand.
One's a low pro though.
Oh, which one's
Yeah.
a low pro?
Oh, I don't want the low pro.
The one's a low pro right now.
Okay.
No, I don't want
I'm gonna message them and get them to let me know what they did have the full.
Yeah.
But I know they had a couple sizes, but they didn't have a quarter. So Pierre, you're at a luck there.
Oh, on which one? On the one with the ball?
No, one with the ball, we're good.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I don't want the low pro.
I like that
Low
one.
pro, you're fine then.
Listen, I can swing $14.99 American for one of those. I'm good.
That's Wish shipping.
Well, Mike Perri can walk over the border when it's open and ship.
Yeah, he'll just throw the
And
box
ship
over the river.
Huck it over the wall.
Yeah.
So then the other ones I pulled out, just to kind of go with the theme of some of these shows with John being on and a lot of guys messaging questions and stuff on the Crew Era trip. I pulled out the 3 Crew Era 13 customs I was able to grab off guys.
Ooh.
And just really quick, just so everyone knows, Leon, give him a rundown on that.
Yeah, so the Crew Era 13 guys were they're all invited by New Era to spend a weekend. So there were a bunch of guys from either YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. I don't think Instagram existed at the time. So they all got flown in from different parts of the country. And then at the end of it, they got to sit down with the designer from New Era, and they got to design any hat they wanted, pending licensing and all that stuff. So each one of them came away with their own custom cap made by New Era. And that is as many that I've seen in one place. I know a couple people with 1 or 2 or whatever, but 3 in one place, he must have been a nice guy to get 3. So,
Yep.
So all of them represent the people that made them, and they got to design it. And they're really,
he probably told them he doesn't have any hats. He's just started as a collector.
he probably told them I'm going to be in Career 14. So
Yeah.
No, I bet he offered to curve their brims for them.
Which, by the way, we've had quite a few comments on the curve. People do want a tutorial at some point on how to get that much curve on a hat.
Mike, you know we
can do that.
Mike, if you're okay with this. So I've been promising to do a brim curving video for like 5 months now, and I haven't gotten around to it. So you and I can do a dual.
Let's do
brim
it.
Curving video.
For years I've wanted to make up a nice video of doing the curve, so I'm totally down for that.
Well, let's do that. Let's you and I can figure that out.
Yeah, for sure.
Leon will be the host with the most.
Yeah.
I don't support curving a brim at all.
Yeah.
If you do it right, it doesn't. If you do it right, it's all okay.
You know what? You can always put it back too. This is what people don't understand.
If you curve it, if you know how to curve it right, you can put it back to normal. So that's why I try to tell guys, if you want to curve them, let me know. I'll give you the secret to it. It's not that big of a secret.
Hat, honestly, why I curve my hat, and I don't do as much as I don't do it quite as much as you do, but I do curve my hat a little bit. And I'll tell you why. Because when I don't, it hurts right here.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts. That's the bottom line. I don't want to be in pain all day. I want to wear my hat comfortably. Now, some folks are a little concerned that you didn't actually show the hats. Did you show the hats? The Crew Era 13 hats?
No, we have not done that yet. We got
Mike, just so you're aware, one of the rules about being on Views from the Vault is that you actually show the hat. You don't just I could have been like this. Hey, look, I've got 27. I
got them all.
13 hats right here. How about we show them?
Okay, let's show them. Okay, so the first one, this was from Andrew Mitchell. He's a Toronto guy. So Jay's in a kind of royal blue and black colorway with the Batterman.
He's dunked on there in real life. We played basketball against each other.
He dunked on you?
Really? Oh, this dude's a tower. This guy is, I don't even know how tall he is, but I'm 5'1".
He's at least
me and
60.
him walking around Toronto got some pretty funny looks. Me and him walking down the street together.
You're 5'1", Mike?
5'1".
Packed with power, though. That's for sure. Leon,
Like
just
a
so you're aware, when
bulldog.
someone's about to dunk on you, you go for the knees.
Yeah.
Or you
And then
headbutt them
Leon's,
in other
Leon's
places.
too nice.
second one is from John Bear.
Yep.
My only Senators hat in the collection, and only because it was his. I was okay with it.
That's a
Went
pretty
under.
cool hat.
It's a very nice hat, and the kind of done in a woven side patch, so you really get the detail in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very nice hat. For it being a Sens hat, it's a nice hat.
What is
must.
the hatred for the Senators? What is that? What is the hatred everyone has for the Ottawa Senators?
We hate the Senators. But
You just hate them. If you're a Leafs fan, you hate the Sens, and I think if you're a fan of any other team, you hate them too.
But JB must really not like me because I'm the only one in the room without that hat.
I don't have it yet.
Okay, well, you're gonna have it. Here's that one. So JB, I'm waiting.
And then
you're
the last,
you're gonna have to stretch a 5/8.
the last one, and my favorite one, if I had to choose, is Derek from Quebec. His Expos, and it's, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. The lighting kind of sucks, but it's Diamond Era.
Mm-hmm.
Sharp.
Yeah.
With the Quebec side patch there, the Batterman, and then he threw Crew Era 13 on there, red on red.
Cool.
So you don't really see it, but yeah. I really liked that, him kind of commemorating it right on the hat with the gray under.
Super cool.
But yeah, I'm definitely blessed having all of these. I can safely say not one guy charged me for these. It was all out of the goodness of their heart, or I gave them a hat. JB's got a Leafs hat. His only Leafs hat's from me. My only Sens hat's from him. Andrew kind of took me around Toronto the one time, showed me some hat spots and stuff, and then treated me that on the way home when he
carried you around, right? Like
he carried me around,
piggyback
all over Toronto for 4 hours. And then he actually gifted me that at the end when he was showing me where my train was going to be. He kind of pulled that out right at the end, so that was nice of him. And then Derek, he actually came to Toronto for an event at New Era, and we kind of had a big Canadian meetup, and he gifted me with this because our sizes were close, and we've helped each other out over the years. So thank you to all three of them. Like I said, it pays to do good, but don't do good just to get stuff. Eventually it comes back to you. Karma works in some pretty good ways. So just be nice to everyone out there, except Pierre. Fuck that guy.
You jerk. Listen, so I was just about to say something nice too, because I want to head out to Toronto when this COVID stuff calms down, and I was gonna ask if we could all get together, but now fuck you, Mike. So
it'd have to be in the States.
So when are we meeting?
Perry's actually close to Buffalo, so if you end up in Toronto, we could do a day trip to Buffalo.
Oh, we should go see the Hat Lady.
See the Hat Lady headquarters, do all that stuff.
Oh yeah,
do it all, man.
Let's do something big. Yeah, come on down. We'll show you the Canadian hospitality.
Well, you know, my dad was born in Canada, right? My dad's
was
Canadian.
he?
Yeah, he was born in New Brunswick.
Ah.
So he's a real Frenchman.
That's why you're not so bad. That's why I can tolerate you a little bit.
Pierre's got the Frenchest name out of us all. He's got the Frenchiest name.
Yeah, I guess so. That went right over my head.
Come on. But yeah, what else? You got anything else to show us, or was that show us something else? Come on, man. Look at all the shit you got back there, man. Don't show us one of your clearance specials. So show us something that we probably haven't seen.
So all my stuff.
You keep telling us you can hat battle Leon and I together. Like you could beat Leon and I if we were to unify. You said you could beat Leon and I.
Okay, so these are all by color, and then like a theme. So either like all Raptors, all Jays.
Roy G. Biv your hats?
I got them all blacks to navies to royal blues to white panels.
Yeah, I Roy G. Biv my hats.
I bet you do. You Roy G. Biv your front panels.
I don't know if you could see them all. I don't know if many people have seen. I've tried to post up pictures of This is
Oh, that's a badass setup, man.
It is.
not the biggest setup I've had, but we're
No, but
making
it's
it do.
cool, man.
Is that a King
It's,
Griffey Jr. down there?
Yeah, it's the
The umpire one?
Batterman one.
Yeah, show it.
Our Batterman one. Yeah.
Yeah, show that one, man.
Nope.
No, that's not. Okay.
No, that's not Griffey. The hat's
That's not Griffey.
Okay. It's just regular Batterman.
Yeah, but it's got a gold on
That
it.
was from New Era Europe. Yeah, this was before all the pinks and blues and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, New Era Europe on that one. That's
Pretty
an
cool.
old release there.
All right, Mike, show us something red.
Okay, let's go red.
Show us something red.
Uh,
We're gonna play a little game here. We're gonna keep running a little bit, Perry.
Put him on the spot.
We got a few more minutes to kill here.
so this is the red custom / a little bit of World Baseball Classic.
Show us.
That first one's a rare one. The Incredibles.
Yep, Incredibles.
It's not available for public sale.
Not available for sale. Sorry. The Milk Custom.
Sriracha bottle. Yep.
Then we have, this is one of my favorite customs. One of the hosts is going to like this one.
I hit so many dingers wearing this hat.
Oh, I love this one. I love
Badass
this
hat,
one.
man.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to make a reappearance.
We can.
Yeah, we need to do a retro on that one. And then we have the OG squads.
Yeah.
Then we have the
All right.
Great Canadian Cap Swap.
Yeah. You didn't bother.
That I wasn't able to go to, unfortunately.
You didn't bother to come meet us.
No. And then we have Simon's.
You had to be at least this tall to ride that ride. That's why, Leon.
That was a good one. I like that one.
You told me it was okay, so just so everyone knows, you told me it was okay to give you a hard time.
Oh, I love a hard time. Don't worry, brother. And the WBCs.
Yeah.
Canada obviously needs to do that. Then I went to Cuba, so I obviously needed a Cuba hat to go with. Locals loved it, so
Badass,
it
man.
was definitely good there.
All right, Mike, can I ask one more
Hit
call?
me with another one.
Powder blue.
I see some Adam love right there.
Look at this shit, man.
Yep,
Bonhomme.
There it is.
Ooh.
the Bonhomme.
Mm-hmm.
The Ink Park collab.
And then we have, all thanks to Leon, Father's Day team issue,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
made in the US of A. Then we have Jay's Night Bisons.
Ooh, that's nice.
I like that one. Yeah.
Very nice. They killed this one.
Canadian League, Marin says.
Father's Day of, I think this was 17s. I think my wife bought me this for my first technically Father's Day.
Oh,
My daughter
nice.
still wasn't born yet, but technically was a father already. So
You better not sell that one.
no, never. There's a lot of them that I've sold a lot. There's a lot more that are on the no sell list.
Yeah, that's good. I like that.
This one, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be showing half of these.
Josh.
Do a
Johnson.
quick show on that. That was, I mean, you should have been able to tell from the silhouette who that's supposed to be.
Bringer of Rain.
Bringer of Rain. And this was the stuff that got me into collecting. And I get it now. There's obviously more costs and all that, but like New Era used to go just ham on stuff. So that was a player designed Argos cap. I was gonna pull this out in the battle, actually. I can't even tell you. I can't even tell you what the player's name was, but look at that.
That's badass, man.
That's cool.
Yeah. So it's got all their championship years there, but then they actually won the 100th Grey Cup, so they went ham on this one.
That's a badass hat, man.
Like I said, that was going in the battle, and it ended up getting beat out right at the last minute. And then that they're actually reproducing, the Wave.
Yep. I just got a hold of those from Matt White.
Yeah, I was going to grab those because on both of – oh, no, this one is a quarter. On the Hawks one, I have it in an 1/8. So I was going to buy his in a quarter, but –
No, I'll send it to you.
That one
I'll send it to you. You know why? Listen, no, Mike, seriously. I'll send you the quarter. you send me back the 8th, I'm never gonna wear the hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
I
Just
appreciate
send me
it,
back.
brother.
Send me back. Send the 8th to Leon, and he'll send it back to me, and I'll send you the quarter.
Okay.
I'm not
No
gonna wear the
worries,
hat
brother.
anyway.
Perfect. I appreciate that. And then just to finish it off, this was actually a clearance right here. This was the stuff you used to be able to pick up off clearance.
Now, if you
can't
fill that
find
up on
this stuff
Hack Club, it
anymore.
sells out in 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then these aren't really your powder, but we have the Players Weekend
Mm-hmm.
and then the first Players Weekend there.
Wow.
Really nice hats. I like that line of hats that they were doing.
See,
Oh, they
Mike,
ruined it with the black and white.
Yeah.
oh,
They
don't
destroyed that.
The jerseys were worse than the hats.
But
the were worse than the hats.
The whole thing was stupid.
It was dumb.
this is another one I'll show right now. Like I said, this is what got me into hat collecting. So it's the Anaheim Ducks in the Mighty Ducks colorway. I sewed that guy on afterwards, but this was done by the manager of New Era Buffalo at the time. His name's Billy Reich. He's in charge of their indie stuff now and their NASCAR stuff, and he was in charge of their WWE stuff they brought out. But he used to do a lot of custom colorway stuff. He'd do a lot of sneaker joints and stuff, and it was only exclusive to the Buffalo flagship because he was in the headquarters. He was good friends with guys upstairs, so they'd let him submit designs. They'd do small runs of them, and he would sell them in the store. And he'd put out just crazy stuff like this, a lot of NHL stuff and the proper colorways and stuff like that. So like stuff like this, I just ate up back in the day. All the exclusive stuff. It definitely made hat buying interesting and kept it fun and made you want to buy fucking 5-6 hats a day.
No shit, man. Tell me about it. So, Mike, listen, we're coming down to the end of the end of the road here, and you redeemed yourself. Okay.
Thank you.
I believe at this point I'm gonna retire the name Sandbagging Son of a Bitch. I'm gonna retire.
You have to if you don't want. I like it.
No. It's retired. Consider it retired. But this was
banner
This was fun. I don't know.
I appreciate it. I loved it.
It was great, man. And I think you've got a lot more gems back there you could have shown, but perhaps
there's a lot back here.
Perhaps save that, because for this hat competition that we're going to throw, maybe you want to save some of your big guns.
Oh, right? Exactly. You got to keep the guys on their toes. You can't show everything off.
No, you can't. You can't. I had a great time. I'm sure Leon and Jason would agree. You were an outstanding guest, and you showed some cool stuff. And you're someone that's been in the community for a long time, and I just want to inspire and hopefully inspire others to do more in the community and be out there more. And I think this show is trying to do that. Leon's doing an outstanding job of kind of helping redefine what the community looks like with Jason and I. And I really want to see more of you, Mike Perri.
Oh, you will. Like I said, you guys are doing a great job, and you guys keep pulling me in. This new contest now, you're going to suck me back in. My wife's going to love the fact that I got to start pulling these out and making videos and pictures again. She'll love that. So
we'll define it further. We're going to define it further, exactly what it looks like. In each week or each couple of weeks, it'll be something different. And there'll be a big buildup. This isn't going to take a week to do. It's going to be something that's going to have some sort of a buildup to it. So we're excited.
Perfect.
You're going to have to earn
you guys are pulling guys back in. It's nice to see some of the older guys come back in. Just like I said, just the content portion, you're really pulling us old guys back into it and wanting to come on the front lines again with you guys and try and make this cap community something
what's important? Well, what's important, Mike, are guys like you and John Bear and other folks that have been around for a long time. It's really just about mentoring other folks. So that may come in many different shapes and forms, but it could be just being on social networking and the way you interact with others, or what you show or what you talk about. All of those things for younger collectors or folks that are new, even if they're not in age younger than you, they're younger collectors and they're learning. the ropes from folks that have been around for a long time. And I think that's important because you start to see groups of people just get better in terms of how they communicate, how they show things off, and how they interact with others in these big groups, just from being around folks that have been doing this for a long time. So again, I want to thank you for taking the time with
guys.
us.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, dude, it was outstanding. And I can't wait to see more from you specifically. But what we have coming up next, so everyone knows, is going to be Views After Dark. This is where Leon really lets his hair down.
Yeah.
Shit gets fucking crazy in there. This one will not be aired anywhere.
Nope.
So I've already sent a bunch of people that asked me for the link. We're going to post the link in FHS, right?
We got a couple people in the waiting room.
Already got people waiting to get in. It's like a club.
It's like a club.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Club Views.
Club Views.
So if you want to get in, we're going to post it up in FHS right now, the invite. And we're going to get in there and we're going to talk some shit.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see a lot of people there. So let's get it on, right?
Yeah. So we'll stay in this room. We'll end the stream. Make sure you guys catch us back on Wednesday. We're going to have, hopefully we're going to have Neil Beck in the house to do Under the Cap with us.
Oh, he said he's available.
Yeah. So we have him tentatively scheduled for the 29th. And then Tyler 718 Collector will be the following Saturday. So thank you guys for watching.
I think I can go till about 1 o'clock today.
Okay. All right. Nice. So yeah.
Pounding this thing at 10 p.m. It's going to be a long fucking night.
It's going to be a long night. But all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe.
Thanks, guys.
We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Stay fitted. Have a good night.